Okay, the next video is a single sheet of paper. There's two sides. We're going to start on this side. Even though you've already done these problems before, it ties into what you're doing. Think of this as an unwound ball of yarn. You need to wind it up when you multiply. So, first off, multiplying, we want to put ones right there. Then I need to draw rainbows. I'm going to take 1x to 1x and then 1x to negative 7. So I write the 1x from here twice. Then we times by 1x and we times by negative 7. So cross that out. Now I repeat the procedure with negative 2. Negative 2 is written down twice. Okay, and then 1x and negative 7. Same two things here. Now I want to put ones where I need one. 1, 1, 1 and nothing, nothing and 1, and then nothing, nothing. So 1 times 1 is 1. Then on x, we take 1 plus 1, which is 2. You multiply the big numbers, but you add the little guys. Okay, 1 times negative 7 is negative, 1 times negative 7 is negative 7. And that'll have x, just x to the 1, okay? Negative 2 times 1, negative 2, then x to the 1. Negative 2 times negative 7 is 14. Okay, now two of these are the same, so we're going to have blank x to the second plus blank x plus blank. So for x to the seconds, I just have this one here. It's 1. For x, I add these two, negative 7, and we take those and add them. Negative 7 plus negative 2 is negative 9. And then 14. Now, what we're doing on the back side is we're taking this and getting back to here. It's like instead of winding up the ball of yarn, we're unwinding it, okay? We need to take the wound up ball of yarn and get back to the unwound part. We're trying to get from here back to here. And this is what I've been having you guys practice. Now, you're probably not going to get it right away. Just get the notes down. We'll work on this a lot more. Okay, what we're going to do here is make two parentheses, okay? And what I do is 1x to the second, we always write as 1x, 1x, okay? Because 1 can only be 1 times 1. X to the second would be x, x. That's always that way. Now to find the rest of it, here's what you do. You have this chart, and you're going to take the A, which is 1, positive 1, times the C, it goes A, B, and C. Sorry, it got cut off. The C, which is positive 10, okay, times those. You take positive 1 times positive 10, and that's positive 10. So I put 10 up here and put a positive above it. Now, if that's a positive, we will be adding to try to come up with 7, okay? And why 7? Well, because that's the middle number right here, 7, okay? That's where that came from, the B number, 7. And also, 7's negative, so we're going to want to put a negative sign in front of that because we have negative right there. So again, I take the A number times the C number, and it'll be that way every time. Positive 1, positive 10 gives me positive 10. That's why there's a positive. If that's a positive, we're going to add to 7, but 7's negative. Remember that. So I start the process. I divide. Okay. Put 1. 10 divided by 1 is 10. Now add 10 to 1 and see if that gives you 7, which it does not. Then it's time for 2. I got 5. And add those, and 5 plus 2 is 7. Got it. Now we got to sign the numbers off. So we have negative on 7, so 5 is a negative, the larger number, and cross that out. I'm done with that. Now it's positive, okay? Since that's positive, we have the same sign. So if we have a negative there, this also needs to be a negative. And then what I do, -2, -5. So I put 2, 5, and since they're both negatives, we put minus, okay? And if I do the rainbows, I'm going to get back right here, okay? You just unwound the ball of yarn. Okay, now right here, A is 1. So what I can do here is just go 1x, 1x. As long as that's a 1, okay? If it's not a 1, we're a long time away from that not being a 1, though. Okay, so A times C, to find the number we put here that we're going to be dividing, we need to take A times C. So A is positive 1, and C this time is negative 12. So I take positive 1 times negative 12, and that's negative 12. So it's 12 negative. Now, since this is a negative, it's a negative, we're not going to add. We're going to minus to equal 4. Now, 4 is negative here, so negative. Okay, so I start dividing. 1. 12 divided by 1 is 12. Then I minus. 12 minus 1 is not 4. I got to get 4. And 2. 12 divided by 2 is 6. Now minus 6 minus 2 is 4, and that's exactly what I'm looking for. So there we have it. Okay, now that 4 is a negative, so that means 6 is a negative, and cross that out, don't need that anymore. Now we have a negative on top there. So if that's a negative, the signs will be different. Okay, so that's negative. To make them different, that's positive. So it would be 2 and 6, and then plus and minus. Okay, now I've unwound the ball of yarn, which we are going to need here momentarily. Okay. Now, if you did the rainbows through that, you would just get a blank x squared, blank x blank, and you'd end up with these 3, I guarantee you. Okay. Now, you're not ready to work on that on your own. That's fine. First packet, make sure you kind of know what's going on there.